Thank you, organizers, for giving me the opportunity to present a summary of my work towards understanding being. Call it consciousness, if you wish. This poster is a brief description of a personal unfolding towards understanding reality. It began as a singular experience of one's being, experiencing one's being or one's reality as something unknown. Now, two things to be remembered here. Understanding an event is the same as experiencing its occurrence as obvious. So, a body that falling body. Why does a body fall to the earth? It's not obvious. But once you accept the law of gravitation as a fact, as true, then a falling body is an obvious event. You don't question it anymore. You question the law of gravitation, not the fact that a body falls. Also, reality, when we use the term reality here, it's also the same as the term being here, existing. So I have to make my being obvious. That's the aim. Now we can just see the journeys that human beings have undertaken towards understanding reality, towards their own journeys. They could be expressed as two apparently distinct sets of questions. One says, what's this world around me? What is existence? Another could be, who am I? What is death? What is not existing? And both questions, both the sets of questions, whether you question the external world or your internal experiences or thoughts and emotions, the two sets need not be mutually exclusive, as we shall see in the last slide. This is pretty clear. The questions in W are a result of the by the way, W is the set of questions, is the result of the dominance of a being's outer experiences, while those in E are the result of inner experiences. Outer experiences. Now, how do these outer experiences? They arise from doing, feeling, thinking about your outside world. The external sensory information, empirical information. Your outer experiences are composed of this. Inward experiences, on the other hand, is your awareness of your own thoughts and emotions. Or I would rather say it's experiencing the act of experience, a kind of a meta experience. Those are inward experiences. And of course, obviously, the paths to the answers to the questions of the two sets will obviously therefore depend on the divergent natures of these two questions, sets of questions. When outer experiences dominate, we are led to an ontology of space, substance, time. That's reality. And to understand this reality, we have to understand space, substance, and time. And this has been pretty successful. And since we are making outer experiences obvious, we need a validation method. So the scientific method evolved. And this has led us to a kind of an ontological flowering into quantum mechanics, cosmology. However, note that bits of this substance, certain bits, have the property of being able to experience themselves. Substance can experience itself. This attribute we call consciousness. See, we are trying to understand consciousness as arising from matter in the W ontology, the outer world. But it's consciousness arising from matter. Consciousness is observing matter is a conscious construct, and you're trying to understand how consciousness itself evolves from its own construct. That's a paradox for me. See, inner experiences led to an ontology where consciousness is a fundamental, is the underlying reality. Substance, etc., are contained within consciousness. And the goal was to generate deeper states through contemplation, meditation, deeper states of being where one's existence, then simply one's existence and the existence of substance becomes obvious. It's self-explanatory. The questions in W, the ones that arise from outer experiences, arise from an ontology where oneself is immersed in substance. Consciousness is immersed in substance. And the one that arises from inner experiences, their substance is contained within consciousness. It's consciousness that is real. Substance is derived. Both ontologies, substance, experience of substance ceases at death. After death, there is no experience of substance. The W ontology assumes substance carries on. Consciousness ceases. The E ontology assumes consciousness carries on, substance ceases to exist. At least some of them. And neither of these are inconsistent with experience. Nobody has died and lived to tell the tale. So we can't really. So, can we have an ontology that can give rise to both these ontologies? Outer and inner. Ultimately, so we have two ontologies. I am in the world. The world is in me. Two. How do you make both? How do you evolve an ontology where both are consistent? Both are valid viewpoints, valid ontologies within their restricted domains of application. And that happens. I am in the world or the world is in me if the world is nothing but a complex of other I's. So to wind up this short poster presentation, it's here. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. And because this is a work in progress, I'm working on this in my own capacity, given whatever resources I have. You don't really need many. Anyway, Thank you for your patience. And I've figured out quite a few problems here. Problem of composition,